So I want to talk about something that I've never talked about on this channel before, and that is how much to charge. I really feel like I'm not in the business of telling you all how much to charge, what price tag to put on the services that you provide. But I think that no matter where you're at, you could probably charge a little more. And here's why I say that. I get asked a lot whether I DJ full time, and I don't. I have a full time job. I'm a nurse. I love being a nurse. Anybody in the world should go be a nurse if that's your thing. Go be a nurse. Highly encourage it. I DJ because I love doing that too. So I got into weddings by accident a lot of years ago. Long story. I think you should charge more, and here's why. For anybody that wants to DJ full time, it's hard to because folks don't value what we do. I got asked just today if I would DJ a wedding for $150. I very politely said, I don't think you're going to get very far with any DJ for $150. Maybe you could rent some equipment at Guitar Center and they would provide you with everything you need to play your own music. That's kind of what your options are at $150, and I don't even know if that would cover it. So I like to think about my full-time job and what I make, but versus what it actually costs. Let's say you work for a company that's worth any weight, that is any kind of a decent company, and you have benefits. So you have benefits and you make $25 an hour, which equates to roughly 50 grand a year. So 50 grand a year is your salary. What you actually cost that company could be anywhere from 125% to 175% of that. So you're looking at anywhere from $65,000 to $85,000 that you actually cost. What do you make versus what do you cost? So I think it's really easy to look at a $1,000 wedding gig and think, geez, if you did 50 of those, you'd be making $50,000 in a year. That's true. I would make $50,000 in a year if I was making $1,000 every wedding, every weekend, once a week. Well, let's do the math. That just doesn't happen. And that $50,000 is gross with zero benefits. So if I had to pay for my own benefits, the very first thing, if I wanted to invest into a retirement fund, if I wanted to pay for health insurance, if I wanted to have any other type of dental, vision, whatever kind of insurance, that takes money right off the top, and you're back down to making $30,000 a year. Then you have to raise a family on that. And again, I'm not here to tell you what is or is not valuable. I'm just trying to put numbers together. And I think that it just makes sense that everyone could charge more to bring more value into the industry. If there are DJs out there charging $150, I think something's wrong. Even $500. Some people think that's a lot of money. If you're trying to DJ full time, you can't do it for $500 a week. And nobody can in any market. I've had two things happen to me recently that bring me to these thoughts. I was looking at other DJs in the area, actually looking at their websites. I encourage you to do the same thing. Get to know your market. I want to know how I compare. I recently went through and did kind of a pricing restructure, and I think I fit right in with some of the other high quality DJs in the area. That's where I want to be. And I saw on one of their websites that says, don't trust your wedding to a part-time DJ. And that kind of bothers me, but kind of doesn't. I get it. It's marketing. But really, ask the clients that I've worked for. It works. I'm a part-time DJ, but I show up and I kick ass every time. That's all anybody cares about. I'm available. Communication is digital. Communication happens quickly, digitally. I mean, we're not mailing letters back and forth to figure out what songs to play when you walk down the aisle. It's instant. Over the phone, over the internet. There's planning forums that are online. I subscribe to DJ Event Planner. If you don't know what that is, check them out. There's all kinds of ways to make sure that communication happens even part-time, right? So that happened, and because I get asked a lot, like, hey, you're booking a lot of weddings. Are you ever going to do this full-time? I would love to, right? But I'd have to give up my nursing job, and I don't want to do that either. The other thing that happened was I wanted to ask this question on a Facebook page, and it got denied by the page's admin because apparently it's not a legitimate question, or it's trolling or whatever. I just want to know who out there is doing this full time. I'd like to talk to those people and find out what they're doing. So what about you? Do you DJ full time? Do you subsidize your income with another job? These are my thoughts for the day. Again, I don't want to be here to tell anybody what to do or what to charge or anything. I just think it stands to reason that we could charge a little more money to bring value to what we do, because it is valuable. You know it, and I know it. That's it for today. Thanks for being here. Click subscribe. See you guys next time.